It is said that there are some masters that can materialize a butterfly. out of thin air. You know, like how a banker will create money out of thin air. But this master might be good. However, he or she is probably not. Because we know how feeble-minded human beings are. At times. We know, you and me, that human beings fall prey to magic and think they've seen God. Think they've seen the divine. It's all a theatrical display for them, but they can't see behind the curtain, you know? I once was a theater manager for a theater in New York City. The Lower East Side, above 14th Street. I think it was called Turtle Bay. I can't remember now, but something like that. I killed a lot of cockroaches in that theater, chased a lot of mice, found some money, even performed a play there. There was magic. A whole new timeline could have emerged. Butterflies materialize out of thin air. But I didn't go down that timeline. Really nice old guys eating donuts in the lobby, talking about some kind of... It was a spiritual path that they were practicing. Can't remember now. It's been a while. But if I really put my ear to the grindstone, I can hear what was actually happening in that theater. Couldn't tell at the time. It was magic. Butterflies materializing. This was before the war on our souls. This is when we believed, because we hadn't been gutted. Now so few people believe. They can't feel the butterfly across the field. The field may only be 100 feet across. It's short. It's like the fairway of a golf course. The butterfly has just materialized. It's not a magician who's done it, a shaman or a charlatan. None of those people. What if I told you that I moonlight as a butterfly? That I materialize as a butterfly? That when you've lost your way and the magic is gone, you could find me because I'm looking for you? And that I speak as a butterfly, and I channel butterflies, and butterflies channel me, and that it's all quite extraordinary. I'm speaking to you now as the butterfly that just materialized in your life, because the magic was gone. And you want that magic back, and you wish upon a star. But you need not wish, you could just hold out your pinky. Oh, that's your pinky. Pointer finger, your thumb, whatever. Hold out your nose. I'll land on your nose. I won't pick your nose. Naturally, you won't trust me. Because who trusts magic these days? It's not the card trick magic. It's not the magic on the stage with the hat and the rabbit. It's me. I'm the magic. he doesn't treat me right. I don't get enough attention from him. You need more butterflies in your life, man. I am one such butterfly. I wish I could trust you, but I know. So many men have left. They've just left. And so many men have let me down. I know. Can you feel me enfolding you right now? With my heart. With my wings. Feel me entering with love. Don't do that. I don't like that. Don't do that. I don't trust men. Well, I'm not exactly a man, although I know I appear as a man. I am really a butterfly who materializes for women with broken hearts who just need that little touch of magic in their lives. Who've lost their way because, well, a man lost his. There's a lot of things you don't understand about yourself. A lot of women these days are also just lost, generally speaking, lost. So, for example, it's very easy to get lost in the apps in your phone. And I will see that, and I will land on your phone. And you'll try to shoo me away. I'm very small at that point. But I'll keep coming back like I'm on the attack. But I'm not on the attack. I'm just trying to help. I'm magic, you know? I'm just magic. See, I began to understand at some point, when I was more of a man, physically a man, I mean, that these women were being abandoned by the millions. Yes. I was abandoned by my father and my brothers. And I've just been abandoned by so many men. And I wish I could be a lesbian. That's how bad it is. I don't like women that way, but I wish I could. Because they would be so much nicer to me. Yes, I know. So I'm going to fly into your heart right now as this butterfly that I am. I'm going to change your heart. No. That will do. I don't trust men anymore. So even though you're a butterfly and you want to help me, I know you were a man at one point. And men are just... I don't trust them. Do you want to stay in that state forever? That's a swamp, you know. You are flailing in a swamp. Yes, I know that. But I'm not going to just take the advice of some supernatural being who flies around and lands on people, on their phones and flowers. And I believe in magic, but this... You were a man at one point. You were a man. And because you're now different doesn't make a difference to me. Do you know that your heart is the most precious thing on this planet? That when you live with your heart in a cage and behind bars, then you may think that you're making your life better, but you're not. because of a woman who's living with her heart under wraps. Is just torturing herself, and she's not making any headway in her life at all. It's just the same spinning wheel over and over and over again. So do you want to be free of that? Of course. Of course I want to be free of that. But I don't trust anybody to help. That is with it. I just have to tell you, man, that I get it. I know what you're going through. And even though I used to be a man, I took the form of a butterfly to help. Because butterflies are innocent. And butterflies can materialize and dematerialize at will with just the right pinch of magic. I can see you. I do know that you're true. You look amazing, actually. I've never seen anything like you. Are you some kind of alien? Alien? Like an alien being? No. I was created here on Earth. Who created you? You did. You called out. And your desire and your longing created me. I respond to that. But you really look like a butterfly. I mean, you're an insect. Yes, of course. Okay. Alright, well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm asking you questions like this, but how is that supposed to help me? If you look like an insect, I don't want an insect inside me. I understand that too. How does this look? That's a lot better. What did you just do there? Oh, I just changed a few things. How can you help me? No? First of all, you have to realize that you're stuck in a swamp of your own making. It's not a swamp that you just happened to find yourself in, or you tripped and you fell into it. No, you created it. And I know it seems like it was the men in your life who did this. And I understand that it's a very valid explanation for you. But I also want you to consider that different people respond in different ways to everything, including tragedy. And that your psyche chose to respond in a certain way, or maybe didn't even choose, just reacted. You were young. And then that just became the kind of habit of perception from then onward. You kept seeing the same thing over and over because of the pain that it caused, and you just were triggered to look in that direction and see that. Men abandoning you. So it was just kind of the way you were going to see things from then on. And that's natural. But the reason I appear as a butterfly is because you can't see me as those men. You may know that I was once a man, I know. But you called me forth. Of course I had to be part man, but part something utterly, totally different. To I have an effect on you. So I don't always appear as a butterfly to all women, of course. Only to those women who have a soft spot for butterflies. Yeah, they're my favorite. That's why when I saw you, I couldn't believe it. You're just in and out, fluttering. Like half man and half butterfly, but totally butterfly. I can't let you in. I just can't let other people in. I just have to stay closed. You don't. You do not have to stay closed. See, women often think that if they protect themselves by putting a steel door across their heart, caging it in, that they'll be fine. Of course they're not. They're never fine. They only believe that because they're so terrified. They take this real contracted state of being as safety compared to what they fear the most. And what you fear the most is your heart completely open and loving and being loved by a man. Because then you could be abandoned by that man, tormented by that man. And that would be the very worst thing, so you might as well just shut down the whole operation. Am I right? Yeah, you're right. Of course I'm right, I know I'm right. I just don't understand how I can let go of this constant pain and this constant disappointment in him and all men and my dad and all of it. I don't understand how I can let go, because if I let go, I won't recover if he hurts me again. I won't. I know. I know it feels that way inside, I get it. But when your heart truly heals, you won't be terrified of being abandoned, because you will be providing the love that you crave. You will become the love that you crave. So even though you may be disappointed if any relationship doesn't work out, and sad, but you'll not be obliterated or crushed, destroyed, annihilated. It won't happen, because you will have the butterfly inside you. Once the butterfly enters, the butterfly never leaves. So you're gonna stay inside me forever? Yes. You're gonna stay inside me forever? Of course, absolutely. I don't understand that. How are you gonna do that? Very easy. I just materialize and dematerialize at will, wherever and whenever I want. I can stay in your heart forever as a butterfly, and then materialize elsewhere for another lady, as another thing, a blue jay perhaps, or a turtle, a fish, a duck, a cat, anything and everything that allows that woman to feel most at ease. Wow. I would not believe you if you just weren't right here in front of me right now. I can see everything about you. You're a total butterfly. Yes, I am. I'm sorry, I don't understand how you could be in a lot of different women at once. And that sounds creepy. It's not creepy, it's consensual. Consensual. These women simply understand that I offer them something. There's no force involved. It's a choice she makes. It's a choice you will make. But you talked about black magic before and how you are a magician. I am, but not that kind of magician, and not casting a spell upon you right now. How would I know? How would I know? How would I know that once you got inside me, you didn't trick me like the devil and take over my soul? How would I know that? It's a fair question. You wouldn't know. How could you know? You know, I could, if I wanted to, bring forth a lot of different women, and they could tell you what happened when I became a lizard for this woman, a chicken for another woman, a deer, an antelope, a goat. Whatever it was that they needed to see so that they could go into their heart again and live in their heart again with this animal. Because as you know, when human beings get so distrustful of other human beings, they still feel like they can trust animals. And so that's why I appear in front of them as their favorite animal. And yet I am human as well. I know that's the part that scares me, because that's like sorcery. I get it. How can you trust a human being who appears as a butterfly and says he's going to enter your heart and take care of your problems for you with respect to love and trust, devotion, surrender? The women who have allowed me to enter them and to help them have changed their lives. And I don't stay in them forever, actually. If I'm doing my work, my practice correctly, they only need me for a little while. And then I materialize in front of another woman, and I just keep doing this. And I'm able to materialize thousands of times at once. Every day I get a little bit better, and I expand my capacity for multiplication. Because the most important thing on this planet right now, or one of them anyways, is for the wounded heart of a woman, or all women, to get healed so that her radiance can shine forth. That's why I do what I do. Wow. That's amazing. So you've helped like millions of people. I have. What are you doing? Because it's my responsibility to do it. That's what a man does. So you have developed this capacity to materialize as any kind of animal dear to a woman, so that you can enter her heart and help her heal. Why? I know you said it's your responsibility, but why is it your responsibility? Well, because I know that her heart is the greatest gift of all, along with a man's truth. She gives her radiance, her heart. He gives his truth, his power. So I'm giving my truth and my power by helping you give your radiance and your heart. Right now. And right now. You're amazing. I need to see some references first. No, you don't. What you need is to continue to feel the pain of this contraction and this distrust. And when you're ready, I will reappear. I'll be here. That's too hard. Because now I'm in between a rock and a hard place. I'm literally in between a rock and a hard place because I don't know if I can trust you. And yet I can't keep living like this. I can't keep living like this. It's too painful. I know it is. It's completely too painful. It's so painful. So you have the pain of distrust toward men, or you have the pain of distrust toward the butterfly. Maybe you'll find something else. There are plenty of men out there taking responsibility for the wounded hearts of women, for the vanished radiance of women. So it may be that I'm not your flavor. I can't even imagine what other guys would be like. Are there other magicians or shamans or whatever like you? Oh, there's a lot out there. But how can I know if they're gonna find me, or how can I know if they're the real deal if they find me? Well, why did they find you? Why did they show up? Because you were calling out. A voice crying out in the wilderness there. And we're designed to hear that. And to manifest. Now I can't say how the other men will do it, I just know that they exist. And if they hear you, they will respond. Because they know it is their responsibility to respond. The question is, can you trust someone who's responding to your suffering? Or do you distrust them? Do you think that there's some vampire, some parasite, some evil jinn, an interdimensional being coming to suck your life away when you least expect it, when you're the most vulnerable? What I can say to you is that you are already in that state. You just don't understand it. Right now, I can see things about you that you just cannot see. And that the very fears that you have about something afflicting you in the future have already materialized and are presently afflicting you. So all these things materialize, and you have to decide which one of them will afflict you and which one of them will serve you.